All right, so let's get to the details now. In Dreams FC's fairy tale story in the CAF Confederations Cup came to an end yesterday when they bowed out of the competition following their humiliating defeat to Zamalek. Now, the still believed lads suffered a 3-0 loss at the Babayara Stadium in the second leg of the semi-final tie. Having drawn the first leg goalless in Cairo, many were expecting that Dreams FC were going to win this one and make it through to the final in their debut appearance at the CAF Confederations Cup. But Hamza Masliothi opened the score in the 12th minute for Zamalek, capitalizing on a poor defending from Dreams FC from a set piece. Now, Nigerian Samson Akinyola doubled the lead for the Egyptian side 15 minutes later on the 27th minute to pile more pressure on the home side. Now, despite going two down, Dreams created some decent chances in the game, but were unable to bury their opportunities. In fact, they made a mess of all the scoring opportunities that came their way. Zamalek went into the break with a commanding lead. Bazito's men, however, put up a below-par performance in the second 45 of the game, allowing Zamalek to come in, and when Mustafa Shalabi scored 15 minutes into the second half to extend the lead, it really demoralized the team, the Dreams FC team. They failed to come to the party until maybe late in the game, the last 5 minutes where they came into the picture, but still failed to score to excite the over 30,000 fans who were there at the Babayara Sports Stadium to support them yesterday. But meanwhile, speaking after the match, Karim Zito, who is coach of Dreams FC, says his boys lost focus, especially after Zamalek scored the third goal.
We came into this game with positive attitude to qualify. When the goal started coming, my boys' morale came down. So at the dressing room, I have to talk more than the normal talking I've been doing all the time. Went into my psychological knowledge in the game just to psych them up, to tell them that, yes, we've been given 2 goals, but it's not the end. Let's go back and then fight. So you can easily see that they lost focus. We should have won the game in the first half. We had about 4 chances to 2. Actually, if we were to be 2-1 or 2-2, we will have been better this half than what has happened. So I take it to be an experience, and they've also experienced it because we've met a very experienced team in all standard, and that's why I said I'm not disappointed at all. But I would have wished us to qualify to the finals. But we'll go back and then we'll come back again.
Now, Zito also laments his team's lack of experience as a contributing factor to their embarrassing loss yesterday.
When we came here and they gave it a goal, you see, we went in. We were not panicking. We went in to equalize. Look at the chances we missed. So at the end of the day, when the third goal entered, they lost hope. Seriously, I'll tell you, it's lack of experience. But if there's anything at all, it should have been done there. You understand me? So, as I said, it's a young boys I'm dealing with. Apart from entry, and entry at risk. Entry is not well, it was just hospitalized he came just last night, but I tried the name. I thought the name can do something for us.
Anyway, so Karim Zito there for you. He says that, well, John Entry, for instance, was not well. He had to let him come and play, even though he was ill. But Steve Zando says that, no, even if he was not fine, even if he was not well, that opportunity that came his way, he should have buried that chance. Well, but though Dreams failed to make the final in their first appearance at the CAF Confederations Cup competition, their coach Karim Zito says that he's proud of the boys and he knows that his management will also be proud of their achievement.
We couldn't make it to the finals, but I've not regretted. Where I've reached, nobody gave it a dog chance that we can even reach to this stage. So I'm proud of my boys. I'm proud of myself. As I said, I'm not disappointed. And I know my bosses too are not disappointed because nobody thought we can reach here. So I'm okay with it. We go back, as I said, and they will come back again. But it's not about tactical. You see, I can do everything. But if the player himself is not mentally... So among my criteria of taking place, mental toughness is part of it. In this situation, this is where we see players. But alas, we've never entered into this before, so let's take it like that.
Oh, but Dreams FC, they can still walk their chest out high. Their chest out, yes, indeed. They've done well in their first appearance at the CAF Confederations Cup. They make it to the semi-final stage, and they were not eliminated by any team than Zamalek, 5-time champions in the Champions League in Africa and 1-time champions in the Confederations Cup. Now we stay a while longer with the Confederations Cup because Morocco's RS Berkane secured their place in the CAF Confederations Cup final after USM Alger failed to honor the second leg of their semi-final showdown over the Moroccans' jersey. But they arrived in Morocco and they were warmly welcomed by the Moroccan host in there. And I'm surprised that they failed to make the game. So despite USMA's presence at the Berkane Municipal Stadium, the players remained in their dressing room before eventually leaving the stadium altogether. The initial leg of the semi-final match between RS Berkane and the Algerian counterparts USM Alger encountered complications earlier for the same reason. The fixture was called off due to a dispute over the team's jerseys in Algeria, leading to RS Berkane being awarded a 3-0 win and a 3 points. Now, the controversy erupted when customs officials confiscated Berkane's jerseys because they featured a map of Morocco that included the disputed Western Sahara region. RS Berkane will now face Zamalek in the first leg of the continental tournament on May 12th, with a return leg scheduled for May 19th in Cairo. Now, from the Confederations Cup, let's do something on the Champions League, also on the continent. And Esperance defeated Sundowns on Friday by a goal to nil, and today will be making it to the final 2-0 on aggregate. Ali also defeated TP Mazembe by 3 goals to nil after drawing 0-0 in the first leg. So Ali are through 3-0 on aggregate. So it's going to be an all North African affair with Esperance playing against Ali, just like in the Confederations Cup, a North African affair in that one as well. The first leg of the CAF Champions League will be played on the 19th of May, and then the second leg on the 26th of May. Now let's do something on the Ghana Premier League. And on Saturday, Mediema shared the spoils with Kumasi Asante Kotoko at Ako Community Park. A goal in each half separated the two sides in Takwa as Dr. Prosper Nato Gum's impressive record against Mediema is kept intact. So Steve Mokwala scored for Kotoko, and Diawisi Taylor scored from the spot to level matters for that is Mediema. Let's hear from the Mediema coach, that is Nibosha Kapo, after the match.
Yeah, very tough game. Was really when you open game. Corner kick, we didn't defend well, and we conceded after this. Always is very tough in the game, but our performance didn't be bad. We created something, and also we were talking in dressing room. We must believe we can change this, and we opened really second half well. Just I'm a little disappointed how we continue after goal. Okay, I also must say Kotoko played here very different than some opponents. They didn't delay. Congratulations for them. This is something what is football, and also they wanted to win. Fortunately for us, we didn't get what we expected here.
Nimbosha Kapo is coach of Mediema. Now let's hear from Asante Kotoko coach Prosper Nategum, who says that, well, he's happy with their resurgence after going 2 matches without a loss.
I'm so convinced, I'm so happy about the way we played, especially in the first half. Tried to take the game to them, which resulted in us having some few chances in front of goal, one of which actually resulted in a goal. But I think in the second half when we came, we sat back and we gave them the time and the space on the ball to press us with the ball. And out of that, they got a penalty. I think Mediama also played well. They were hungry for the points. You could see, even though they were down, they didn't give up, and they got the equalizer.
All right, now away from that, Adriana Stars lost at home by 2-1 to Karela United. And Karela, they are now out of the relegation zone. In their last 3 matches, it looks like they've won all the matches. Now, Bichim United were held by Heart of Lions. They're also doing well. A resurgence for the Pando team, drawing all the way at Bichim. Over the weekend on Saturday, FC Samatek, they maintained their hold on the top of the Premier League table after a 1-0 win over Great Olympics. Now the goal was scored through Kwesi Fosu in the 12th minute of that game. Now Nations FC were held by Bibiani Gold Stars, and so they have and that 0-0 draw means that they are suffering a devastating blow to their hopes of winning the Ghana Premier League. Early on Friday, Legon City defeated Bekum Chelsea by 3-2, and Parkwesi Fabian says that, well, though they won the game, they missed quite a number of chances, which he's not happy about.
Well, I think we could have scored more than 3. In the first half, for example, we scored so many chances, and then we could have been up about 4-3 in the first half. But all the same, taking the 3 points is the most important at this time of the league, so I'm okay with it.
That's the first time your side is conceding 2 goals in a home game in a long time.
Yeah.
What do you think went wrong defensively?
They went asleep, and I told them that like before the commencement of the game, and you interviewed me, I told you Chelsea is a very difficult side, and therefore we shouldn't take this for granted, you know. But then they went to sleep a little bit, and then we considered those silly goals.
All right, so away from the Ghana Premier League, let's check out how some of our players performed over the weekend with their clubs abroad. And Jeffrey Schlupp scored for Crystal Palace to get a point for his team against Fulham. And we also have Mohamed Kudus registering an assist for West Ham in their 2-2 draw with Liverpool. Andre Ayew scored his 4th goal of the season for Le Havre in their draw with PSG. And then we also have Abdulaziz Yakubu scoring his 6th goal of the season for Rio Ave in the Portuguese league. Now, Antoine Semenyo played 90 minutes for Bournemouth in their 3-0 win over Brighton. Thomas Partey was involved in Arsenal's win over Tottenham. And Jordan lasted 76 minutes for Palace when they deal with Fulham. In Italy, Alfred Duncan saw 90 minutes for Fiorentina in their 5-1 win over Sassuolo in Spain. Abdul Moumoun played 90 minutes for Rayo Vallecano in their 3-0 win. And we also have Inaki Williams being in action for Atletico Bilbao in their 3-1 loss to Atletico Madrid. In France, Andre Ayew scored. As I said, we have Ernest Nyama playing 68 minutes for Lyon. And then we also have Mohamed Salisu seeing 45 minutes of action for Monaco. In Belgium, we have Denis Odoi playing 29 minutes for Club Brugge, and Majid Ashimeru. Ashimeru also was involved in the game for Anderlecht. Bulgaria, Bernard Tekwete saw 90 minutes for Ludogorets. And then also in Moldova, David Abagna and was on squad for Petrokub. And then we also have Razak Abalora manning the post for Sheriff Tiraspol. In Serbia, Osman Bukhari was involved for Real Star Belgrade. And then also Alexander Djiku saw 90 minutes for Fenerbahce. Joseph Pencil played 90 minutes for LA Galaxy in their 2-0 win over Austin FC. Now, let's go international.
And it's Romero. Son against Raya. It's a good penalty. Son has scored. Near post, and it's in. It's a brilliant goal. Joško Gvardiol. Haaland. 2-0.
So it was an exciting weekend for the English Premier League. Exciting weekend indeed, and exhilarating goals in there scored. A lot of the matches played over the weekend, and Manchester City moved back to within a point of leaders Arsenal at the Premier League summit as Erling Haaland got back onto the score sheet during a routine 2-0 victory over Nottingham Forest. But Nottingham were quite wasteful, I've been told. I've not watched the game myself. But City boss Pep Guardiola was satisfied with the results against a difficult opponent.
No, it's a difficult game. We knew it. So difficult. They were pressed with bravery. So they are incredible fast players, a lot of quality, and yeah, we found the goal when in the moment they were 10 against 11, and we were lucky with the pitch conditions, and a great victory because we had a lot of games behind us. But yeah, now we have a long week to recover.
Now, Premier League leaders Arsenal survived the second half scare as Tottenham to hold on to a 3-2 North London derby victory that cemented their place at the top. And Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta admitted it was a tough game for his team, especially in the second half.
It is. It's a North London derby against our rivals, playing away from home in a beautiful stadium against a really good team. You're going to have to suffer, and that's part of the enjoyment as well. So hopefully now we have given our supporters a great afternoon and the opportunity to be proud of the team, and we are certainly about especially our players.
Now, Arsenal forward Bukayo Saka was on the score sheet and he spoke to the media after the game.
Yeah, that last 20 minutes wasn't nice, but it was worth it, man. Yeah, worth it. Obviously, we know it's a big derby and they don't want to just lose 3-0 at home. So once they got one, the crowd was up, they was up, and the momentum shifted their way. But, I'm proud of all the boys. We fought to the end, and yeah, we got the 3 points.
Now, Bournemouth will beat Brighton by 3-0 on Saturday. Fulham drew with Crystal Palace. Newcastle trashed Sheffield United to confirm Sheffield's relegation to the Championship. Wolves defeated Luton, and Everton won over Brentford, but Liverpool dropped points again when West Ham held them to a 2-2 draw. Here's Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp.
The game, and it's us with the chances we created, with the possession we had, with all the things we did. It was a tough one at the end of a 10-day, 4 games period. Really tough, but I thought the boys did really well. Just concede out of nothing.
All right, Manchester United. So Manchester United, what is the problem? Even Burnley too, you can't beat them. Charlie, the results for Manchester United is getting embarrassing. Anyway, they dropped points again at Old Trafford when Burnley equalized late on to snatch a point, and Eric Ten Hag was left disappointed. I think he's on his way out.
Of course, we are disappointed. If you, over a long period in a game, when you control and dominate the game, when you create loads of chances, you put yourself in a winning position and then give it away. In the end, that's very frustrating.
Hey, Hey, right. Man U. Yeah, Man U. Anyway, at Villa Park, Chelsea picked the point. But Chelsea also scored the third goal that was disallowed. And what is happening at all with this VR decision sometimes? Anyway, and they held Aston Villa to a 2-2 draw. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino says their performance was good. Didn't he talk about the referee? Okay.
In the performance overall, I think was very good, and I think we played really